What's up, guys? So today I was thinking about why the XFL won't fail just like the AAF did, or just like the XFL failed the first time. Um, and there weren't a lot of reasons because they're kind of set up the same. I feel like the XFL is really, other than not trying to fail again at the first time. I feel like they took way longer than the AAF. Well, they took a year longer. Um, AAF probably rushed things. And another thing the XFL has that the AAF didn't have is Vince McMahon. So the way I mean with that is the AAF had founders, but those founders weren't billionaires. So they reached out for a billionaire who wasn't fully invested in the product. So they went out and got the owner of the Carolina NHL team, and he was kind of the money behind the AAF. So they didn't get a football person. They didn't get a person who helped create the actual league. They went out and got someone with a lot of money and gave him complete power. And all the money that they say he invested in the league, he didn't have to give everything at the beginning. So it was kind of up to his discretion after he gave whatever initial money he gave. But Vince McMahon created the XFL. He is worth about $3.3 billion, I believe I saw earlier. So I believe he will, he definitely doesn't want his league to fail again after 1 year. So I think if he has to bite a couple hundred millions of dollars, I think he will. But I think they are really going to try to think about all the things they didn't accomplish the first time, and I think they actually will make it past 1 year. I don't know if they can get past two or three, but I guarantee they'll get to their second year and finish their second year. If Vince Young has to lose a couple $100 million, I believe he will. Um, yeah, I mean, all leagues are set up the same. I was kind of thinking of another thing as kind of why the AAF failed is the league controlled all the teams. They didn't have separate owners who could each separately invest money in their team. All the league was responsible for all 8 teams. So all the money the league was responsible for coming up with. I'm not sure. I was kind of thinking earlier, like if AAF kind of reached out to people will love to own sports teams. These teams aren't worth NFL teams, so you just have to get someone who had a couple $100 million, or a couple people could make groups in different cities, and then they can own the teams. I know the structure of the NFL is NFL owns. NFL doesn't own these separate teams. They have 32 owners. The owners own the teams, and the NFL is just kind of the governing body. So I'm not sure why the AF or the XFL, maybe they can't find enough people to own the teams, or maybe they think it's better if the league controls all teams. But in that case, the league is kind of putting itself up for a very, hard thing when they have to be able to support all these different teams. It's really interesting. I would love to hear kind of why they did that. Why not go out and get separate owners and let them control their team. I feel like it'll make it a way more interesting league. People will have their, teams will be different. Not everyone will be the same. Let the owners create the logos, let the owners create the names, but we'll see. Like I said, they have Vince McMahon, so I think he's ready to lose money if he has to not get canceled in a year, or half a year. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Let me guys know what you think. Comment below, subscribe. And yeah, thanks guys.